Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All in one last way.
Hello, Panjis and Banani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. I am Dr. Riel Nkunene, and I'm going to be your host today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to gain from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have an amazing speaker who's going to share some nuggets on how to elevate your brand and business, So here in Calgary, local is lekker. We have a good friend of mine, Kit Kat. At this moment, I'm just gonna let her to introduce herself. You can go ahead, Kathy.
Okay. Well, I'm based out of Calgary here, and Calgary, great mountains and Rocky Mountains, and they're unforgettable, just like your branding should be as well. Unforgettable.
Yes.
And I come from decades of graphic design. I've done web design as well, and a lot of online development. You know, Alberta Distance Learning Center, City of Calgary. Like there's Calgary Board of Education. There's so many things that I've done over my career. And lately, as of last year, I went on the New York Times Square bulletin board, right in the heart of New York, back in September. And I was part of a book with Blue Talks and the Bob Proctor book that they have in the volume 13, as well as Rising Women, She Rises. I was in a magazine article as well. And let's see what else I can say. Oh, I just really fell in love with pixels many years ago at one of the top 3 schools in Canada. And they taught at a pixel level, you know, where you hear about Steve Jobs and Pixar. Well, he didn't pick that name just by chance. You know, it's Pixar, Pixel, you know, right. You know, he knows the intricacy right down to that ground level beginnings. So I have great admiration for him and what he's done in the market, and I fell in love with pixels. Like when I was in university, I just would zoom in on the whole image and get down to the pixel level and would color in those little pixels. It was
Wow,
just
wow.
part of what I do. And like just like the painting behind me, that is a digital digital painting.
Really?
I
Wow.
went down to that pixel level to express myself, and it's on canvas, and that was one of my first paintings many years ago when they first came out. I had a mentor out of Europe, and he mentored me and showed me how to open up that part of my talents. It was
What
pretty.
an honor and a privilege to have you, Kit Kat, on this platform. I'm like, you know what? You are like, you wear so many, many different hats. I was like, is she gonna stop? Is she gonna stop? But you kept on going, 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 going. Wow, it's an honor and a privilege. And like from the hats that you are really wearing, I believe our audience will be inspired, will be motivated by your message. And thank you for saying yes. And I'm looking forward to hear more of your message.
Well, I'm going to thank you for inviting me. And this is one of my favorite subjects is branding, because branding is so important. It is your absolute audience. When you open up those curtains and you
Right.
walk onto that stage,
Yeah.
whether it's a physical stage or a digital stage, you're still performing.
Yes.
Whatever you do, whatever you choose, whatever uh, concept or theme that you have, it's all with reason. You always have a reason to choose the color, the fonts, the images, because those three things is what makes up branding.
Wow.
And that's
Wow.
what I'm
I'm
going
looking forward to hear more of that message. And Kathy, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. If you
to. Okay.
happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard come, but you've already been on billboard in the Times Square, like in the middle of the Times Square,
I
really.
know.
So what will your billboard say?
Oh, wow. Empowering women. That is my main theme. And that's where my heart is. And I have a mission. I've been called to do exactly that, empower women worldwide on a global scale. And this is a passion and a dream, and something that's inside me that is just a must. Like Tony Robbins says, you got to get your must. You got to go through and pick your must and just go for it.
Right.
You don't have that, you don't have anything.
Wow.
It's that drive, right?
Yes, empowering women. And I believe that we're all called to empower each other. It doesn't matter, like to me, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Let's learn to impact someone else's life. In that way, to me, honestly, it's like I'm following my passion, I'm living my purpose, I'm just fulfilling that, just
Mm-hmm.
empowering women. That's what you've been called to do. And when I was going over your bio, I'm like, yes, she's the right one for this topic. She is the right one. Yeah. Wow. So I believe my billboard will be the second billboard driving down the highway, and it's going to say what? The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. Let's elevate our brand. Let's elevate our businesses. And it's definitely, definitely coming. So we're gonna get started. So here in Alberta, we have Kathy Kit Kat. How do you say your last name?
Trachuk.
Trachuk. Okay. Okay, Kit Kat
Trachuk. Trachuk.
Trachuk. Okay, I get it. So Kathy Kit Kat Trachuk employs tenacity to help empower entrepreneurial women, and her competitive nature and her talent in digital media and her degree in digital art and design. So discovering her amazing relationship of manipulating pixels with her speed and innate ability to craft powerful digital stories that matches any business with fortitude and grace. She is now mastering the art from former European mentorship, creating original pieces of art, which is now available online for masterclass backgrounds. So KitKat is now on a mission. She's on a mission to continuing with her podcast that helps women entrepreneurs make a name for themselves and get noticed. Teaching how to make money. I love the way you say how to, as in bold, like how to make money right away. So Kathy is now fulfilling her dream of becoming a TV host with her show called Chit Chat with KitKat, which opened on March 8, 2024 on International Women's Day. Wow, wow. It dives into women's lives utilizing the same high caliber true thought works TV cameras at her studio in Space Central as CBC Fox News. She invites you to be a part of her show. She's saying that come tell your story. Even if you think you aren't ready, why not? Why not you? Change starts with taking the first step, allowing yourself to be bold, brave, courageous together, see, feel, and experience it. So, kings and queens, please join me and welcome KitKat Treacher.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. This is exciting. I have so much to share. I will try to narrow it down to that 15-minute mark, and we will go from here. Let's just dive in, and I will talk a little bit about branding and why is it so important. Well, branding is, first of all, about feeling. It's a combination of things. It creates a memorable experience, and it is so important to have that right look, feel, and the whole stage of who you are. And that is the most important part. So I'm going to talk about images, fonts, and colors, and slogans. And we will begin with what is images? Images is instant recognition. It can tell your story just like that. So you establish that look and feel and that trust, the clarity, the emotion, and it shapes that perception of who you are, which equals that unforgettable moment. Okay, you're going to walk away and you will never forget who you are. Just like McDonald's. You look at McDonald's, what do you see? One thing, a golden arch. And that shapes who that company is right away. I don't even have to talk about that. And if I say to you, just do it, who do you think of when you hear just do it? You know what that one is? It's one of my favorites. It's Nike. Nike says, just do it. And he's got that one little mark, that one little check. McDonald's has the arch, and Nike has the check. You don't have to have the name on there. They have it on hats, on shirts, on all sorts of paraphernalia. And you don't even have to have that name. You just print it in your mind. That's Nike. So this is the kind of thing that you want to go after, is to have that brand, that recognition, that emotional experience. Oh yeah, okay, I remember them, and you won't forget it. And that's the important thing, is have an unforgettable moment. And how do you get that unforgettable moment? You establish it with fonts and colors, images, and fonts in particular. That can tell your story as well as an image. And fonts is one of the most important thing. It's a art of typography. It sets your mood. Is it a sophisticated font, or is it a fun font, or is it something that's a little bit crazy and delightful, and it perks you up. Like if you have a law firm, you're not going to have Comic Sans font because it's just not characterized as a sophisticated, established business. So you're going to have more of an elegant, more smooth transition, and something that establishes, okay, this is a serious business. And that is going to tell your story. It sets the tone. What color are you using? And it can either be bold and playful, or it can be just something that recognition of who the company is, and this is my story, just using fonts. So it's a real interesting thing that you can actually do with all these combinations. And colors are another emotional brand. You right away, right out of the gate. If you use white font and white color, you're not establishing any emotion, because it's just flat. And I see this so many times: white text, bold, squiggled, crunched together, blobby looking, no kerning, no leading. It's like it's just jammed in there, and you can't even read it. If you can't read it, what are you going to think of? You're going to cause what? Confusion. And that's the last thing you want to do, is cause any type of confusion. You want to establish your story with using the right color and the right font. So you're going to be shaping somebody's perception of who you are. Is it going to catch their eye, or are you just going to look away? I can't even read that. And I'll be writing a book about white text. You watch, because it is just taken over the whole industry of branding. It's crazy. Even multi-million-dollar companies, these speakers and stuff, they're using these white fonts, and they're losing your audience. They lose the audience by not being able to read the text, not creating that emotion, not creating that connection that you need so desperately, because you only have a few seconds. And if you lose them, they don't come back. And you want to establish that connection. You want to pull them in. You want to connect. You want to speak to them without verbally saying anything, other than with your colors, your layout, and your design. And I help with that. I help choose these different colors, the different designs, the different layout, the incremental right positioning of your font, the image, little tiny icons, even, and your logo. I mean, you got a beautiful logo. And that's one of the things that impressed me the most. It's like, wow, somebody has a really good logo for a change, because people just don't put the effort into it. They think it's insignificant. It is so significant. Like it's not your brand, but it establishes who you are, that identity right away. So, oh wow, I won't forget that. I mean, my logo, empowering women, I have a long one, and then I have a short one, EW. And the EW is gold with black outline. And that, you're not going to forget it. And Chit Chat with Kit Kat, I have a logo that has Chit Chat with Kit Kat. And you're not going to forget that. It's pink, white, and black, and you're going to walk with, oh yeah, Chit Chat with Kit Kat, and then I have illustrative graphic that goes with it. Not my picture. I don't have to have my picture on there, but it's an established women image. And I can show, you can see all that at the end. I'll give you my website name and you can see for yourself. And I have constant contact newsletter that I'll have with that as well coming up really shortly. And so back to having the right color and the right emotion that's attached to those colors, because it's psychology in action, basically, because you're establishing that experience. You want someone to remember you. So I'm not going to forget your logo. There's no way. And you're not going to forget mine. And nor is someone ever going to forget IBM. I mean, everybody knows IBM and their blue color, and that establishes that trust. And they are an icon way back, like many decades. They have that established, and Microsoft and Amazon, like you're not going to forget them. As of course Google. I mean, who doesn't know Google? You know, they have all those different colors. They're not white. They don't have white Google text. That doesn't exist. They're all about color, all about flamboyant, and establishes, you know, that intellectual mindset. You're tracking all those people with information and the whole gamut of the World Wide Web. I mean, we are talking international. We're talking like Star Trek. You know, Star Trek. You've got the whole universe. I mean, you can't even measure what Google represents. Like it's just immeasurable. It's just so much vast amount of information that it's just mind-boggling, you know. And so you're really wanting to establish who you are, a memorable experience, and the importance of, you know, taking what you already have and tweaking these little things. You don't have to reestablish and reinvent the wheel. You can take what you already have. Like I can take a look at what you have. I can tweak it and, you know, go with that first step and then the second step, or if you want a whole redo, that's fine. But it's best to already use what you already have, and then, you know, establish that story, tweak what you want the audience to remember. And that's what I do. That's my magic, is I can establish that incredible wow factor. I love to give my clients wow factors, because when they open up your website and you open up your persona for your social media, and then you go, wow. I'll never forget that company. I'll never forget that. So that is what I like to do. And I put all that together and tell the story with the fonts, tell the story with the colors, and tell the story with your logo, or maybe redo your logo or tweak your logo, make it pop out and stand out, and people start to really connect with that image. And then you can, you know, you eliminate all the little idiosyncrasies, and you bypass that, and then you dive right in. It's like, oh wow, I really want to know more about this company. I'd like to do some business with this company. I can remember this company. I'm walking away and I won't forget it. But that is so important And that's my whole essence of why I do what I do. And it's very, very, very rewarding. And it's like, oh, wow, I can help this company grow. I can get their name out, and they get to establish who they are, and they can go with confidence, and they can just really, anchor themselves, like drive that stake into the ground with their image, their where they're going with their company, and just really tweak it and establish that one look in that one moment. And it's exciting. It's really, really exciting. Oh, I can't hear you. You can hear me? Yes? I can't hear you.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kathy, for, pouring yourself out there. You've mentioned that actually your brand is what will make you do business with others. How people are they going to remember you? Is that from the small things that we usually ignore, from the font size, the font color, the font color, it matters in branding. Like you mentioned, the big guns like Nike, just do it. It's a brand that you will always remember. And your brand, like you've mentioned, that your brand, it establishes who you are. So how you show up to the world, it doesn't matter, but your brand is what's going to be remembered for the rest of your life, because you want someone to remember you, to remember your business. So if your brand is just not selling you enough, no one will ever remember you. I remember myself when I got started in business, I used to go by my first name is Nompumelelo. No one ever remembered Nompumelelo. No one ever mastered how to say it. So I was like, how am I going to be remembered? So I decided to go by my middle name. No, everyone will remember that, you know what? She was real. Just keep it real. So that's who I am today. Your brand, it just matters. It's not just the logo. It's about how you present yourself to the world. So thank you so much, Kathy, for sharing such a KitKat. I always go by first name. So KitKat, thank you so much for sharing such a profound, much needed message around branding, and the way you've just poured yourself out there on how you actually designed your own logos too. I'm going to go back and watch the replay, because I believe that this message is really worth listening. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And yes, I can see also our audience online. So to our audience online, if you happen to have any questions for KitKat today, please drop the questions in the chat box, and then we'll come back and attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. So it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. So I'm going to be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my bio with you, and then I will come back and speak. So please do enjoy my bio, come back and speak. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainability. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumalelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Oh, wow. Wow. What an honor and a privilege, Kathy, to follow after you. Really, you've already shared all of the nuggets that one needs to know on how to actually elevate their brand and business. Because from your own experience, you've mentioned that font matters in branding, like the big guns, like Nike, just do it. They were selective with their own fonts. So you also help your clients on how to select the right choice of font that you can actually use, and the color matters in fonts and branding. So you've also mentioned that your actual brand, it establishes who you are. You want someone to remember you with your brand. Like you have so many brands that you are pushing out there. Your logos, logo is part of your brand. Your logo is not actually your brand, but it's part of your branding. So people should understand that. So I'm going to be sharing on the aspect on how you can actually grow your business. How to grow your business, because you'll have to get your business growing. You'll have to scale that business that you've already started. So growing a small business isn't easy, but growing it is often a necessity for your business's survival. Learning how to grow your business isn't just a worthy goal. It is one of the toughest challenges many face when they are trying to get to out of the normal 9 to 5 daily grind. But after that, you know what? It's just a simple matter of just taking actions and putting in the work to scale. Like anything else in life or in business, rapid growth, it doesn't happen overnight. Every aspect of your business deserves attention. It deserves attention to turn it into the income generating powerhouse that you envision. But you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top. You need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today by elevating your brand and business. So if you're that entrepreneur who dream of reshaping the world through your business and envision like several extra commas in your bank account, yet you find yourself like blocked in your journey to success, trust me, I am the answer. So hi, by the way, I am Dr. Riel Ngunene. I am not for the timid, but I am the rocket fuel that your business needs to blast past barriers and rise to greater heights. So as your business strategist and optimizer, what I do is that I empower motivated professionals to discover their full potential and also shift them into growth overdrive. So from owning two diverse companies to having experience as a CEO and guiding Fortune 500 companies to helping multi-million-dollar enterprises, I believe that I have a distinctive talent for empowering high-achieving coaches, elite startups, and business leaders to become dominant forces in their industries, because I believe that the sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights and be the one in charge of your own driver's seat. Kings and queens, be the one in charge of your own steering, because you are the only driver here. No one else is driving, but you are the one driving to your final destination. So from employee training to marketing, there are several successful steps to consider if you wish to see your business grow. So I am a forever student. So I encourage you to be a forever student too by taking notes. So if you can please write the first step down that can help you to grow your business. Step number one, you have to build strategic partnerships. Strategic partnerships. Once you've decided you want your business to grow, the next step is to identify partnerships. Strategic partnerships with the right companies, really, it can truly make a world of difference in your business. So go out there and start building strategic partnerships with whatsoever business that you feel like, you know what, you can benefit from them, they can benefit from you. And then step number two, you'll have to understand customer service. Customer service is key. You'll have to understand customer service. You can only, develop products and services that will be a huge hit if you understand your customers' needs, and develop products and services that meet those needs. So one way to understand exactly what your customers want is, by actually personalizing your services and encouraging them to provide you with feedback. You'll have to understand your customers. You'll have to understand customer service. So it's a wake-up call, kings and queens. It's a wake-up call to grow that business. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, 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 don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and establish customer loyalty? That's the next step that I'm going to be talking about, by establishing customer loyalty. And it takes time to encourage customers to come and buy what you have to offer them. So you'll have to kind of build loyalty programs. Loyalty programs are a great way to increase sales. Did you know that it actually costs you up to 3 times more money to acquire new customers than it does to sell something to an existing customer? It costs you up to 3 times trying to sell your products to someone that you really don't know than the customers that you spend so much time with them. So building brand awareness in your local community is another great way to attract new business. So go out there and establish customer loyalty. And then step number 4, you'll have to conquer a niche market. Yes, conquer a niche market. Make sure you've clearly outlined your project scope. Do you all remember the analogy of the big fish in a small pond? So the niche, the niche market is actually your pond. And then you are the one out there trying to attract those customers to your business. So you should monitor where your customers are coming from in order for you to be able to measure whether your marketing activities are successful or not. Refine your approach if something is not working, and this can actually lead you into a related line of business or an entirely different one. So conquer a niche market. One thing you'll have to understand, kings and queens, is that, you know what? You can't give from an empty cup. You really can never, ever give from an empty cup. So it's high time you fill up your cup first. Fill up your cup first. And then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. You're going to be able to grow that business. So it's high time now you acquire knowledge. You do your own research on how you can actually grow your own business. And you attend podcasts like this, where you'll be able to take notes and then put it into practice. Fill up your cup first, and then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the whole world around you. And then the final step that I've actually used to grow my business was to maximize social media. Maximize social media, because without a doubt, social media is a powerful tool to promote your business to potential customers. Your business must have something that it is passionate about to gain valuable insight through social listening. So maximize social media, because as flight attendants always say that, you know what, put on your oxygen mask first before you assist the person who's sitting next to you. Because if you don't, trust me, when that flight goes down, you will definitely go down because you forgot to put on the oxygen mask first to yourself. So it's high time we go out there and start growing our businesses, because at the end of the day, we want our business to scale. In order for you to get into the scaling level, you'll have to start growing your business right now. You've already started that business, so why can't you just grow it with all the amazing strategies that I've actually shared with you? If you've missed out, if maybe you just joined, just go back and watch the replay, starting from what KitKat has shared on how you can actually elevate your brand, and then on how to grow your business. Because the reality is, your journey to become a better person, it doesn't start with your clients. It doesn't start with your customers. It doesn't start with your spouse, with your children. Your journey to become a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. So don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find your way, that, you know what, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. So I am a firm believer of affirmations. We're going to affirm this together. We're going to affirm this together as if we're taking an oath. We're going to affirm this together by placing our left hand on our chest. And then we're going to raise our right hand together. If we can please affirm this together. You're going to say that I can have the drive within me.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
To become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? Guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me.
I can have the drive within.
To become what I really want in life.
To become what I want in life.
You know what? Yes, you can have the drive within you. Just give yourself a round of applause, because you can have the drive within you to become what you really want to be in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, because the drive is just inside of you. It's not from the outside. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name, but really, Nompumelelo, in my own language, it means a mother of all success.
Wow.
So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights. because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that you know what, it's now or never. I'll have to go out there and elevate my brand and grow my business. It's now or never. It's high time I go out there and get started on my business, because at the end of the day, you want your business to scale. But in order for you to go out there and make a difference in your business, in your life, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like a hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, what they do when they see lion is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I say lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to be able to grow our businesses. That's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to elevate our brand. Because no one ever told the lion that, you know what, you are the king of this jungle, but it's a mindset thing. You carry yourself as if you are the king of your business, the queen of your business, because you decided, you know what, I'll go confident in the direction of my dreams. So that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to be able to do anything in life, because I believe that we all rise together and we rise
the
by
courage.
lifting each other
The
up.
courage you need. Yeah.
Yes. But we don't rise by, stepping over another person to get to the top, or maybe tearing anyone down, but we rise by lifting each other up. And in that way, we're all gonna rise to greater heights. It's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I'm gonna cut the story short here. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me, and it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature, it acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestors, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future, but here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. And inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that with God, your objective is what you're designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. And this is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these inspiring messages, it stirred something within me. And that was when I told myself that, you know what, I will follow my dreams. And which it gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach my full potential. So this year, I'm also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated individuals who are maybe ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Yes, it's possible. It's a mindset thing. It's possible that you can actually grow your business. Or maybe you are that individual who started writing your book and then you were like, you know what? I don't have time for this. You're like, I'll do it tomorrow, and that tomorrow never ever came. So I am here. I offer a free, no obligation, 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call, which will kind of allow me to find out more about the issues that you're experiencing, and also to see if you're a perfect fit for any of my programs, because really I want to work with individuals who will benefit a lot from my program. So if you're interested in becoming a public speaker, an author, coach, or maybe that entrepreneur who just want to multiply your income, doing what you truly love and making a real impact out there, I just want to empower you to become a highly effective effective and inspiring leader with a personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So go on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that free consultation call with me, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we will take it one step at a time, and trust me, you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I will show you the how. How cool is that? So this consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. And you might have to ask yourself, why is she doing this? Why now? Really? I've been there, I've done that, and I know how it feels like. I remember myself 5 years ago, I was really completely lost in the hustle. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I remember I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with those ideas. So it was only when I invested in coaching, and that was when I created my first premium offer. And then things started to change. And then I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love, what I'm passionate about. So I believe that now it's your turn to build your own wealth, because the power is just inside of you. So go on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that free consultation call with me, because really, growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel Ngunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So at this moment, Kit Kat, please feel free to share with the audience on how they can reach out to you, how they can work with you, any freebie that you want to offer to the audience, as well as sharing your final thoughts on elevating your brand. So take it away, Quinn.
Okay. Well, my website is www.empoweringwomen.ca. Good Canadian extension there. And I also offer a new newsletter coming up with Constant Contact, so keep your eyes peeled out for that. And I also offer a free 30-minute consultation, and we can talk about anything, your current goals, your future, or possibly getting your branding tweaked by me, and we can talk about that and even go to the next level of getting an actual business report of your synopsis of your current brand and what that looks like and what kind of steps that you can take to change it into a more powerful, memorable wow factor. And that's what you want, is someone to remember who you are.
Wow. Wow.
I help you tell your story. Yeah.
Someone to remember who you are through your branding. So KitKat is your branding guru. I will call her that way because wow. The message that she has just dropped in here today, you don't want to miss. So stay connected with KitKat. Her website KitKat. How do you say the word?
Oh, Traychuck, KitKat Traychuck.
Okay. I made the website.
And the website is empoweringwomen.ca.
Okay.
And it will come up with Chit Chat with KitKat in the studio and those type of pictures. And yeah, and you can fill in your consultation form there. And it's pretty simple. It'll contact me and I'll give you a text and we can set something up. And
wow. So go out there, kings and queens, book that free consultation with KitKat so you can be on the chit chat with KitKat. I like the way it rhymes. I don't know how you create it. You see, branding experts, they will just do this just for you. Go out there and reach out to KitKat Kings and Queens. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and it's been an honor, and I look forward to doing more chit-chatting with you.
I just love that so much. I just love it. You know
what? It's a good one for sure.
Yes,
and that's, it's something memorable, right?
Right.
That's the thing. It's like you got to target what is your persona going to be. What is that catchy line? What's that slogan? What's that Nike one-liner? Or what is that? What can it be for you? And I have a gift for coming up with that. I'll tell you.
Wow.
It just, we could do it in one session and not 3 weeks, 3 days, or 3 months like some of these other marketing companies. I can do it in a day. If you open up to me and we get on a really good same page level, you can have it in the same day.
Same day. Wow.
It's those discussions. It's the heartfelt, like your heartbeat, your company.
Right.
You get that established. You get that rapport going with your client, and the sky's the limit. No, it isn't. Why limit yourself to the sky? You don't need to. It's your own. Yeah, you take the limitations off.
Right.
100%.
Yes.
There is no limitations.
No limits.
We are a limitless being,
Yes.
And we need to get that and establish that and really grasp onto that.
Wow.
That, hey, I can do this. Yeah, you can. You start saying that and you start to believe it.
Yeah.
And then you break that old framework and you can go to those new heights, rise to that new height.
Yeah.
Like you say.
Yeah, let's set up our mindset for things beyond our limits, because we are limitless beings, the way you've just said it. Wow, what an honor and a privilege, really, Kathy, to have you on this platform. I know you are busy. You are a busy being, like always. We are busy, but for you to spare the 90 minutes just to be with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, we really don't take it for granted. We are so honored. We are so humbled. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And I'm looking forward to be connected to you, because we are just local. Today we're just pouring from the beautiful Alberta to the world. It's us against the world. So it's an honor. We are so honored. We appreciate you, Kathy. Thank you so much.
We should do a retreat sometime.
Yes,
we got the mountains, we got the glorious scenery. There's so many things that we can do in this area alone.
A lot. Yes, we will be in touch. We will be in touch for sure. Thank you so much. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network with an amazing speaker. I hope you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights and elevate that your brand and your business. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. See
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody set the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
I love it.